Little Debbie offers a huge lineup of cheap, shelf-stable snack cakes, but not all of them are worth it. Here's a quick look at the best options, and the ones you might want to skip, even if they only cost a couple of coins. If you think you know what strawberry shortcake rolls taste like, you're probably underestimating just how intense they are. The mix of sponge cake, creamy filling, and bright artificial strawberry layer creates a sweetness that's hard to replicate at home without going overboard. It's the kind of snack that hits hard up front and doesn't really let up, often followed by a noticeable sugar crash afterward. At a certain point, it stops feeling like traditional baking and starts edging into engineered food territory. Still, strawberry shortcake rolls earn a spot on the best list simply because they're a bold example of just how far packaged snacks can be pushed. This is a divisive pick. Cosmic Brownies definitely has plenty of fans, but in our view, it lands near the bottom of the Little Debbie lineup. The chocolate base is more muted than rich, with a dense, almost paste-like texture that doesn't quite read as a proper brownie. It ends up feeling closer to a packaged energy bar experiment than a real baked dessert. Even the rainbow candy topping doesn't do much to elevate it. Instead of improving the flavor, it mostly adds visual flair to something that already feels overprocessed. At best, it's a nostalgic lunchbox item, more about convenience than quality. If you had to pick just one Little Debbie snack for life, it would be the Nutty Buddy. What feels like simplicity elsewhere actually works in its favor here. The light wafers, thin chocolate coating, and mellow peanut butter cream come together in a balanced, unfussy way. Nothing is overpowering, which makes it easy to eat anytime, even after a full meal. You can enjoy it as a full bar or peel it apart layer by layer, and it still delivers the same satisfying crunch and flavor. In fact, it's so consistently well-balanced that it makes most other Little Debbie snacks feel a lot less essential. Fancy cakes may be labeled as fancy, but the product itself doesn't really live up to the name. It's essentially a very simple snack cake with a dry texture and a strong, one-note sweetness. The icing tends to crack and flake rather than blend smoothly, and the overall bite doesn't offer much variation in texture or flavor. Despite the more formal branding and muted color scheme, it still feels very much like a standard budget snack cake, just dressed up differently rather than genuinely upgraded. What if a snack-packed, crumbly shortbread, gooey caramel, and a smooth chocolate coating into one easy-to-eat bar? You might assume we're describing a Twix, but there's another contender, the Little Debbie Salted Caramel Cookie Bar. It follows the same basic formula, but comes in a larger, more budget-friendly package with a trendy, salted caramel twist that sounds a bit more upscale. It seems as though Twix won the war, however, as the Little Debbie bars have been discontinued. Here's hoping they can make a comeback. People tend to fall into two camps, those who enjoy artificial banana flavor and those who absolutely don't. For the latter group, Little Debbie Banana Twins are basically a sensory overload. They're built from two soft cake layers with a thick banana-style creme filling that leans heavily into that synthetic taste, to the point where it can feel more intense than natural fruit. The flavor is so strong, it's almost unclear where it's coming from: cake, filling, or both working together. As for why it doesn't resemble real bananas, modern banana flavoring is based on older banana varieties like the Big Mike, which disappeared from markets after a mid-20th century disease wiped them out, changing what most people now think of as banana taste. It seems as though the twins have also been discontinued, but maybe they'll be brought back as a Minions-themed treat someday.
Banana? Huh? No. Mocha banana? No.